Here we have find the whole given a part and the percent. This is sixth grade mathematics. So here's the question. 80% of what number is 96? And notice how over here I put it in orange. This is going to be our formula for the rest of the video. We're going to create two little fractions right here. And we have is 96. We have 80%. And the question, what number? So what number is what we're looking for? So on the formula, we're going to put 100 on the bottom as it corresponds to the formula. For the percent, we're going to put the number that they've given us, which is 80. So 80% is 80 out of 100. Is over of. Is 96, and then what number? That is going to be our missing number. And so now we have 96 over x equals 80 over 100. The next step is to cross multiply. 96 times 100 and 80 times x. And so what you're going to do is get a calculator. I just had it with me. Just kidding. 96 times 100. Well, first of all, I don't even need a calculator for that. That is 96. And then we have 80 over x, 80x. And so we divide. Now the next step is to isolate the variable. And so we divide both sides by 80. That number next to the x, divide both sides by 80. And so we evenly distribute that value. And so 80 divided by 80 is 1. And so that cancels out. And so x equals 96 divided by 80. 9600 divided by 80 is 120. And so 80% of what number is 96? Here's our answer. 80% of 120 is 96. So we've solved the mystery using the formula. You have to know your proportions in order to solve this problem, types of problems. So here's our next batch of numbers. 140% of what number is 308? So I'm going to go ahead and create the fractions anew. So we have 100 on the bottom, as always. We have 140%. So we're not going to write the percent symbol. We're just going to write the number. We also have what number is 308. So the 308 falls under the category of is. So it's going to go on the top left. And our missing number is going to go on the bottom of that. 308 over x. Now we're going to cross multiply 308 times 100, 100 times 40. And what do we get? 308 times 100 equals 100, 140 times x. And so that's simply adding two zeros after the number 308. 140 times x is simply 140x. And now there's a number next to that x. What we want to do in math is called isolate the variable. We're going to divide both sides. We're dividing both sides because the inverse of multiplication is division. That was multiplication. 140x means 140 times x. And so because it's next to the variable, we need to divide it by both sides. What you do to the right side, you have to do to the left side. What you do to the left side, you have to do to the right side. You have to distribute the values evenly. And so 140 divided by 140 remains 1. X equals 30,800. 30,800 divided by 140 is 220. 220x. So here's our answer. 140% of 220 is 308. So 140% of what number is 308? 220. Moving on. 62% of what number is 186? That's a good one. Create the fractions again. Write 100 on the bottom left. Let's see. 62%. So I'm going to write 62 where the percent symbol is. What number is what they're asking for? Is 186. 186 goes where the is. Yeah. And then the of would be our missing number. And so 186 times 100 is 18,600. I'm just going to add two zeros. 62 times x is 62x. Now, the number next to the letter, we need to eliminate it or isolate the variable. So I'm going to divide both sides by 62 because I'm going to distribute it evenly. Once you divide the right side by 62, it becomes uneven. So now you divide the left side by 62, and now it's even. And so 62 divided by 62 is 1. So we're left with x. And 186,000 divided by 62 is 300. 300x equals x. So 62% of what number is 186? 62% of 300 is 186. That means that 186 is 62% of 300. So that means that 186 out of 300, that 186 is 62% out of 100. That's what they're saying. And now our last example. Don't be scared of the decimal. Is over of equals percent out of 100. Just write the 100 there automatically. The is, we have 10. And the 0.4%, just write the decimal. And then we have of. That's what they're asking you. Of what number? And so now we go ahead and cross multiply. 10 times 100, 0.4 times x. Divide both sides. Divide both sides. X equals 1,000 divided by 0.4, which is 2,500. So here's the answer. 0.4% of 2,500 is 10. 0.4% of 2,500 is 10. If you liked what I've shared with you today and you want more help for your child, go to my website at mrpenastutoring.com. That's www.mrpenastutoring.com. If you want more help to help your child learn, all you need to do is go to my website and click on the link, and you're going to see a video of me filling out a learning styles inventory. Your child has about seven learning styles: naturalist, logical, um, interpersonal. If you fill out, if you type in your email and join my subscriber list, you're going to get a 10-page learning style inventory absolutely free. once you fill this out, you're going to determine how your child learns. And then once you because of that, you get that inventory, you're going to be part of my email list, and you're going to get weekly resources, content, and offers. Um, I have a weekly learning club where we meet on a weekly basis. I'm going to be opening that up very soon. And so if interested, go to my website at mrpenninstutoring.com and check it out. I hope this lesson has blessed you and your family, and I wish you well.